I'm gonna add this jade pothos to this little pothos catch-all bucket I have here. I have some marble pothos and then jade pothos. I had two plants that I consolidated into this one large one, so I'm just going to add this piece in here as well. And it's got a pretty nice root system, so it should do okay. This is kind of a long piece, the piece I just added, and it has some pretty decent sized nodes on it. So once I water it, I'm actually going to take one of my greening pins and just pin the nodes into the soil so that it can start to establish roots and just root itself a little bit better, and then hopefully leaves will start to grow from those nodes that are on top of the soil, because the soil in this spot is a little bit bare. I'm not sure if you can see it clearly, but I'll show you once I do it. I'm so glad I checked these when I did, because most of my jars I had up in my grow corner were like completely empty. So there's no water in this at all. I have this growing in some leca, and this was one of the jars that was pretty much empty. Just a little bit of water left. And then this one did have quite a bit of water, but still running low. This one was totally empty. And that was, I had this Philodendron Brasil in there. Look at how the roots have dried. So I need to figure out which pot I'm gonna put this one in. I might put it in here. I think I'll probably do that. Even though this is like one of those eco pot, what is this called? Eco forms, like an eco potter. It's like a heavy duty plastic. I really like these. They're pretty inexpensive. I think I paid $1 for this, but they're really lightweight, so they're not great for heavy plants. But this one shouldn't be too bad. If it falls, at least the pot won't break. But I'll see what I want to do. I brought these little tiny guys up from the basement. I'm actually gonna pot directly into these, and I do like these because they have drainage holes. You can't see them, they're kind of on the side there. This one is in the middle, but it does drain out of the pot, even though this is like stuck. It drains on the side. So I'm gonna use the little ones and put my neon pothos, because I don't have a ton of clippings. It's not a huge plant. I was thinking I was gonna put both of these in the same planter, because I'm trying to like consolidate plants and just kind of like make space. Shoot, did I break this? I hope I didn't break it. Look at this. So the roots are here, but then it's got this kind of like kink in the middle, and it has some pretty nice nodes here that look like they are about to turn into full-blown roots. So I'm gonna try to bend this up without breaking it into these little pots, because I do know, one thing I know about the pothos is that they love to be root bound. And if you're propagating plants, throw a pothos clipping in there with whatever you're trying to propagate, and that'll help it. I don't know the science behind why clippings love pothos, but they really, really, really love to be in there with pothos. So here we go. Not the neatest, but it'll fit. I just wanted to make sure it would actually fit before I put the soil in there. So I'm gonna put this one in here. I have Scandapsus. I do have a large Scandapsus plant up on my shelf here, which is looking beautiful. I love this plant so much. I got this when one of my favorite plant shops in the city went out of business a couple of years ago, and this plant, they were in 2 hanging baskets, and I ended up consolidating them into this one because it had just gotten really leggy. And this is a plant that I like to pin up. I have greening pins in this one as well, because I don't really like the scraggly look on this plant. But this one is so full at the top that I probably will put these clippings in a separate pot so that I don't take away the sun, the access to the sun that that plant has. So I have 4 actually. Let me see. Just one little piece of one. I have 4 Scandapsus clippings here. This one scraggly guy, and then another small one, and then let's see, they're all tangled up. I think this is 2. Yeah, they have beautiful roots though, and the leaves are so big. I just love these so much. Although I think I might need to cut this one because look, it's done a thing. I don't know what's going on here. But this side has no roots, and this side is like, it's like splitting. So I think I'm gonna cut this. Sorry, plant. I don't wanna hurt you. All right, I just pulled it. It was kind of woody in the middle. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe it got snagged on something. So I may try to root this, or I might just pin it directly into the soil since it's got some pretty nice looking nodes. We'll see. But this is gonna go in its own little pot. I just need to figure out which pot I'm gonna put it in. Or maybe I will continue to let it grow since the other piece broke there. And this piece right here, looks like I might need to let some additional roots form on that because that root system is not secure. You can see how it's just like dangling by a literal thread. That's no bueno. So maybe I'll put this one back in water. This one is a Swiss cheese plant, which I just recently watered my Swiss cheese plant. So I'm gonna put more water in this, but I'm gonna continue to let this one grow in here because I wanna wait until my full Swiss cheese plant dries out a little bit since I just watered it, and then I'm just going to add it to that pot because that plant is doing really well, and I don't want to create extra plants. Oh, here's another one. Shoot, I totally forgot I had this one. Dang, I'm looking right at it too. All right, so maybe I won't do that because I don't know if that plant will be able to take all of these. It'll just be really full. I might have to maneuver some things around a bit. And then I also have a clipping of my is it Pothos? I always get it confused if it's Pothos, Cebu Blue, or Philodendron. I don't know off the top of my head. But this is a Cebu Blue. And where is my Cebu Blue plant? I watered this one recently, so I've watered like all of the plants. But this one got water recently too. And it's, you know, it's still got some space in there, so I might be able to actually put this stem. I think it's just like a couple of stems. And I can put it in here to create a fuller plant. And I need to repot this guy too because it's just not doing well in this pan. I mean, this pot is looking really ugly. Actually, I might put this one into this one because this is too big for it. One of the plants died off. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get the Scandapsus, not the Scandapsus, I'm gonna get the Neon Pothos potted up. And for that, I'm just gonna use regular old, nothing fancy. I'm not mixing anything up. I'm gonna just use this indoor Miracle-Gro mix. I know some people don't like the Miracle-Gro products. I don't really have a preference when it comes to my houseplants. When it comes to my my edible plants that I have in my garden, I always use organic soil. I don't know the brand, but it's not Miracle-Gro because a lot of my stuff is organic and I want to maintain its organic status by keeping it in organic soil. But the house plants just kind of get whatever. I do like the indoor Miracle-Gro just because it's like formulated for indoor as the did I say ingrow? I like indoor Miracle-Gro, which is what this is. It comes in this little beige bag. They formulate it with, I don't know, less bugs or something. I'm not exactly sure. But it's supposed to be specially formulated for indoor plants, and they keep it inside of Home Depot if you're ever looking for it. It's like usually still in the garden section, but like in the innermost part of the garden section where like the registers in the garden section are, or like at a big box hardware store if you don't have a Home Depot near you. I've seen it in like supermarkets too. I think I will put a greening pen, like I said, just to stabilize her a bit. But It's going to grow. I'm going to water it, and then it's going to kind of reach the sun. But this looks nice. I like the contrast of the blue and white porcelain and the lime green. I really love this plant. Her large plant didn't survive. This is just a few clippings. I had this growing in a wally, like wall planter. So I'm glad I was able to salvage this. I ended up taking down the wall planters, but I'm happy to have this one. Root system on this stuff looks decent. It's kind of far away. Let's see. But I don't want it to start molding or anything like that because the plant is small compared to the pot it's in. I'm trying to gently like shake this dirt off or scrape this dirt off so I can preserve as many of these roots as possible. Sorry, plant. But I was really sad. I lost so many leaves on this one recently, and it just was not looking happy. So I really wanted to address it because I don't want to lose it. And even the leaves that are here are kind of rolled up. I think it was susceptible to root rot being in this big pot. All the roots that come out with this, I'm just gonna like roll them up and put them in whatever pot I put it in. Once I get as much soil as I can off. Okay, still pretty decent roots. There's a lot of perlite tangled up in them. But that's all right, because I'm not adding perlite. And there's perlite in the, gosh, I was about to call this ingrown, in the indoor potting mix as well. Let me see. Oh, perfect. Perfecto. Okay, let's do this. Small layer. Just roll those roots in there. She might look a little unstable for a minute until she gets settled in this new pot, but that's okay. I just don't want it to be in a pot that's too big for it so that it doesn't get root rot. Oh, she needs some water. I had been postponing watering too until I repotted it because I didn't want it to just drown in that other pot. So this one is done. Next one is going to be this string of pearls. I want to get her out of this pot. I'm actually going to put it in this pot, which is a little bit smaller. But this is a pot that my string of pearls usually likes. This one is just looking a little, I had to relocate her because she was in a high sun window and I don't think I was watering it enough, although I try to be conservative when I water these because some of my string of pearls that I currently have in pots in the high sun window, they absolutely love it. This one was just not really enjoying it though for some reason. Oh, this is the variegated one, maybe that was why. And she's lost most of her variegation, so I want to just get her together. Okay, so I just kind of squished her in there, but it already looks so much better. That's funny. I don't know, I just kind of feel like it was too much surface area. It looks better already, honestly. So I'm gonna get her watered, put her in a less sunny window, but still put her in the window though. What's next? Let's see. Oh, this feels so good to be doing this right now. I totally forgot that I had this Philodendron Brasil too, so I'm gonna plant this one and this one together. This will be a nice full plant. I think I have a pot that'll work perfectly for these. Hopefully this won't be too big for it. Let me test it out. Oh, this might be too big. Okay. These roots are so delicious. Oh my goodness. Actually, this might be okay once I put some soil, because look at how long the roots are. And it might be shallow enough where the roots won't rot, I'm hoping. I'm gonna try it out. Oh, I think this will look really nice. And again, I'm just gonna put that organic potting soil. I mean the indoor potting soil. I'm not doing anything fancy. I don't really feel like it, y'all, to be honest. I just need to get these plants repotted. Turning a new leaf. I'm turning a new leaf, no pun intended. Got a little party in the front, business in the back, or business in the front, party in the back, depending on how you're looking at it. Okay, it's looking good. I'm also going to use greening pins on this one. Let me do that now, actually, so I can show you what I mean. Okay, so I got this container of greening pins from Amazon. I don't know how much I paid for this. I think this was a box of 100. I might have paid like $7 or something for it. They weren't very expensive. And they're reusable. They're just like stainless steel. Let's see. They come in this nifty little case. And you basically just take one of these. It's like a literal pin. You can find them as like garden pins or floral pins. And what I like to do is in the ball-headed scallywag sections of my plants, I just take these and pin a node down, or like a root or something. Usually a node, like a stem node side down. So I'm going to do that here. I try to maneuver it sometimes so I only have to use one, and it'll pin down a couple. Okay, so it got to be a little aggressive without breaking the stem. There we go. So this section over here, I need to put some more soil because it's just too light. But I was able to pin one back there, and then I'll fill this part up with soil, and then I'll try to repin it. I think I wanted to just try to pin her like right here. So this will stick up or sit upright. Just like that. It looks a lot better just the way it's sitting. A couple of these have some really nice nodes. I'm going to try to find a stem that has some decent nodes and then just kind of like circle them in there. I could do that so that the node will root into the soil, or I could just find a stem that's full with leaves and position it over the soil so that it just instantly looks fuller. So I'll put this one right here. Maybe I'll do a couple. It's a nice, this is a good way to just kind of like position some leaves so that, you know, the plant doesn't look so bare in certain spots and you're not having to wait for new clippings to grow. I like doing this. I think it really just adds to the look of the plant, and then the plant will start to like naturally fill out on its own as the nodes start to grow into the soil, grow into roots into the soil. So I just did those two and that already looks so much better. I think I'll just leave it at that. And then I'm going to get this watered and try to detangle it a little bit and then remove some of the dead crispy ends. So one last thing, I forgot that I had this baby Maranta. I mean, it's literally like this plant. I think this, maybe this isn't this plant. This is green, huh? I feel like I had a baby red one somewhere. I don't know where it is though. I could have sworn I had one, like one that I was growing from a clipping. So I won't add this one in here because I thought I had a red one in here, but I guess I don't. Oh, I do. I found it. So that was the lemon lime, but I do have the red Maranta. I am so happy with how this looks. Y'all, I've been growing this for a minute. It was a tiny little thing when I put it in here. Look at its roots. Oh, they look so good. How cute. Those are some nice roots. Good job, little plant. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there, and I think it's going to liven it up. Dang, I forgot. I didn't even realize I had another. Okay, my plant corner looks a hot mess right now because I've been watering everything. So I had these things just kind of hidden under a larger plant, so I didn't see them. But I'm going to add these, not to that one, obviously, because that won't fit. But I have another pot, just like, oh, you can't even see what I'm pointing to. I'm going to add this lemon lime, or not lemon lime, this neon to this one. That'll be cute. And then I'm going to repot this one, or actually pot this into this one right here. Looks better